Welcome to my competitors, and this time I'm going through some of the more recent updates that have just been released that are in test flight right now, and it's all about the clubs and flyers, website generations, but I'm only going to cover it through briefly, and I'm going to go into clubs and then go and have a look at a club. This is the test data. It's been expanded a little bit to address this with a little bit more information up there, so when you look at your club, you can see how many members, etc. But what we're looking at here is more about the themes and branding that can be applied. So it's got a few little extras here now, the marketing look, which is to do with how the flyers predominantly look. Then we've got a web page scheme, which is either dark, light, or auto. And then we have some layouts which are changeable. With the layouts, you can actually go and have a look at the samples, and it says here what they are, and you can click on them and bring them up and have a look at what they will look like. Down the bottom of here, it's got, if you want to apply that to your standard, the initial one, apply that and that becomes your classic, uses your classic. Right, you can close that down and come in and we have a look at, for example, the studio. You can see it's quite significantly different fonts, etc. And this is what's currently used by our classic at the moment. That'll become clearer as we go. You can also download it as a hack pack and then just open them up one by one as a HTML file and have a look. That's all you need to know about here. Just going to go straight down into the website builder. We're not going to look at anything else. Some of the enhancements are we have now a website. We have a content order. So we can drag and swap things around. If we're in classic mode, they are not savable. I'll talk about that in just a moment, but we can bring things around and we can have a look at what they are. Whilst I brought the program parts up, you can see now we've got this new design looking at the programs that we've got, and that ties, if I click on them, it will bring us down to the training times. I'm not going to go there, but I'm going to have a look at the edit, how we do this. So within the edit, and it takes us down to our session times, which is down the bottom here, and it says, here's my session time. I click on it to edit. I can select the location, then I select a color for the flag, and then I can select the icon in which I want to display. Now I've made a few from age groups, adults and small kids and teenagers, and then I've got male and female, boys and girls, all the way up to belts, up to a black belt for a girl or boy, whatever you have if you're having your sessions, and you can apply those and they will dynamically be applied to here on change. As you can see, this will update as I move things around. Whoops, lost my mouse. All right, so I've just moved it around and that will change. So that takes us now to the templates. You can save templates. You can create a new template and it will say, give it a name. Let's call this number 5, just because I want to. And I can now have got number 5 created. Once when I've got it, it's told me it saved it, and I can then go and reorder things around. So if this one here, I wanted the gallery up the top. I didn't move it up high enough. The gallery, you can see there, I can then come and save it. If I went and changed the preview page, I didn't want to see things, I can turn things on and off. I can then save it again and it will save the changes as it's seen on the preview. The other changes, as you can see here within the content order, if it is not available or it's not being used, as in this one here, it will tell you that there is either no data or you've hidden it. All right, so this is to show you, make it easier what you can see and what you don't see and reasons why you don't see things. So here, just to show a quick thing, once when you've saved it, you can save multiple and you can apply it to any club, and I can switch between them and it'll tell me it's reloaded them and it's made that change. And as you can see, I've made some changes to the designs, the layouts, and I'm just having a quick flick through some of them and you'll see the light, the dark, and the different styles that have been applied. There's 8 in total. Some of them are a bit different, a bit harder. Some are a bit softer than the others. Some of them lighter, some of them. But these are all now within your configuration and control, right? And you can change things around. Once when you've got it, once again, you can then go and save it as a pack or share it as a folder. and you can do that the same thing as you can with your sponsors. The other new ones is we have now a staff flyer, so you can create a flyer for staff, and you can apply the profiles, etc., to those, and this comes from the defaults. Some of them are not as easy to see as others, and I have to work on to make sure that they are compliant. And that they do have the contrast in place. And if you select the wrong things, they'll overdo it. Once again, you can save it as a HTML and then upload it to your website if you need it. And the same as I said, if you're doing a competition, I'll just bring up a competition. If we open up a competition, we can then go and export that as a HTML, and then you just pull up that to your main website and just give them the link, with your website and whatever you name this as, the competition, and it will save that. I'm actually in the competition. I should be up actually doing the competition flyer, and I can save a competition flyer, same as you can see here, layout, flyer, or a document. I've just added a few more options, and then I can go and save it or share it as a HTML, and then I can bring it up on the website. Don't need to create links. You just say it's my website and whatever you save this name as, and that's how we do it. So anyway, bit of fun, bit of new functionality. Hopefully it has some benefits in the long run. Welcome to and goodbye from my competitors.